So, thank you, David. Welcome.
You're
thank
welcome.
you for
Thank
this
you.
little challenge.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
I'm honored, yeah.
Ready for the 73 question?
I think so, yeah. We'll do our best.
Okay. So, when did you realize you wanted to be in the scene of music?
Well, it's sort of like started when I was a kid. I used to sing in front of the mirror in Canada, like pop songs. And then, further on, like I always wanted to entertain. I wanted to be in a band. And I think then, when I was 13, I heard of AC/DC and Iron Maiden. And that's it. It's like I want to be on stage.
Ah.
I want this.
Why the name Loathe?
Well, why not? It's a cool name. It's a one-word name. They chose it before I was with them, so I didn't have a say.
Okay.
But I like it. I like it. I put it here.
That's cool.
I like it so much.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Well, I can be funny. I know I can be funny. I can be loud sometimes. And I'm very, very, very antisocial.
Best crowd you ever played for?
Well, I think the biggest crowd Loathe has ever performed was Beer Fest. Whenever we played Beer Fest, it's a good, great, big, drunken crowd. Everybody's like waiting for it. So yeah, Beer Fest, you get a rush. But I can't forget the small gigs in Remedia. The intensity of the small place, and like everybody wants to kill each other. It's you can't change that with a big crowd.
True.
It's small pubs, small bars. Yeah, it's like everybody's with you. Yeah, I miss those.
I agree.
Biggest achievement in your music career?
I think it's when we finally managed to get in contact with somebody to take us abroad and play.
Wow.
It's I don't want to step on any toes or any but before, and the old schoolers would know this, you don't just pay and play. No, you have to get in reach with somebody who trusts you and likes your music and says, okay, I'll bring you over here, I'll take that much money, and you take everything out of your own pocket and you go and you don't do money and you don't do shit, and you just go and play because you're happy. And I admire Beheaded, who did it before us, Slit, Martyrium. Those guys know what it means. I'm not saying the bands today, they deserve to play abroad, but it's different. If you've got enough money and you put it together, you can do it if you're a good band. Before, you could be ignored for your whole career. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best achievement, that we managed to tour the UK 3, 4, 5 times. Yeah.
Biggest disappointment in your music career, if any?
Well, not exactly in a career, but it affects the scene and music as well. I think the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the LP days. I miss the CD days.
Because now they download
They just
music.
stream the album. You don't know who listened to it. They don't leave a comment. They don't leave anything.
It's true,
It's like last album we did. Like the band decided that we just release it digital online. Mm-hmm. Don't sell it at gigs. And I was like, it wasn't even released. It wasn't even released to me. I want it on CD now.
We killed that excitement of going to buy that CD and feeling it in your
The
head.
internet, it's like, I remember hours staring on my bed with an LP in my hand, reading the lyrics. Now sometimes I love a band and I haven't even saw a picture of them yet. It's like it starts like, wow, this is a great band, and you don't even stop to look at a picture. Mm-hmm. The internet ruined a lot of things. It's good for other things, but it ruined a lot of things. Yeah.
Celebrity boy and girl crush?
No girl crush. Mickey Rourke.
Oh, star.
Mickey Rourke. If I was a girl, I'd travel the world to fuck Mickey Rourke. Love that guy.
Tell us 3 things that actually scare you.
Heights?
Heights?
Yeah, working in heights. Needles? They've got nothing to do with these. They're 2 different things. Needles are scary. And where my mind goes in bed when I can't sleep.
Oh.
Yeah. That I get up a bed, I can't stay in bed. I go in the kitchen, I don't stay rambling in bed.
Favorite swear word?
Fucking.
What is something that you have done that didn't go as expected?
My first marriage.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What is something you wish to do but haven't done yet?
Yeah. Visit New York City. Yeah, Little Italy, if there's anything left of it. The Bronx, the place I see in my favorite Italian gangster movies. I want to go in a salon, and they shave your beard, you know, in that old Italian salon that they put the foam and you sit there and like you feel like you're gonna get whacked. Yeah. I want to be there.
Lifelong dream.
I think I always would want a fishing boat. I would love to own a fishing boat, and I just go fishing whenever I want to. I love fishing.
That's cool. If you could spend 3 months anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Anywhere in nature. I think Highlands in Scotland, further up. You know, a log cabin, fireplace, the lake, fishing, my family. I think, I wouldn't need anything else.
What do you consider very rude and offensive?
Well, it's hard coming from me, But you tend to grow older and some things do, like spike your... I don't like jokes being made about mentally disabled or any kind of deformity or disability, or I find them sick.
True, which is true, to be honest.
I don't know if people say sometimes it's a dark sense of humor. I don't get it.
What is the most annoying word in Maltese?
I can say it. Pachochu. It sucks.
It does.
It's a fucking It's bleh. I don't like the English word either. Pussy. It's like it sucks. But pachochu is like fuck me.
Role model.
Role model has to be two of my favorite singers that I admired for many, many years. Saw them live. Greg Graffin of Bad Religion, and Mike Muir of Suicidal Tendencies. They're my idols. I love them.
Favorite Maltese food?
Anything to do with seafood, octopus, or fried rabbit with garlic and chips.
Champion.
Spaghetti with rabbit sauce.
Champion.
Yeah, the best.
What song can you listen on repeat?
Well, I can't just choose one, because but there are those days where I actually sit down and say, I haven't listened to this for a long time. And there's one song, there's two songs, and I thought of a third one. First one is Twisted, We Don't Die. It's a rap metal song. I loved it with the video and everything. And, sometimes I need to listen to it. The other one is The Ramones, Pet Sematary. I love that song from when it came out back in the 80s. And sometimes I just need to listen to it over again. It's the music and the lyrics and the atmosphere, and I just need to listen to it. And the third one is Wasp, Black Forever.
Oh wow!
I love that song. It's like No Way Out. It's like this is your destiny. It's like you just accept it.
Exactly.
I just listen to it over and over again.
What is your favorite thing to do when you're not working and you have a day to yourself?
Beer. No. A day to myself when I'm not working. I like to go out with the family. I enjoy it. I go out to dinner, take the kids somewhere to have fun, blow off steam. But I'm not like something. It doesn't have to be something extravagant. Like I love movies. I love good food. If there's a couple of beers, my wife, we watch a movie. She loves movies as well, so we're like together in that. And we just get lost in the movie. We our favorite actors and
totally relaxed.
Yeah, movies. Good movies make your life better. That's my motto.
Silliest thing you done while you were drunk?
Oh Jesus, we don't have the time for all those.
One, the silliest.
Oh, jeez. When you're drunk.
If you remember, the ones you remember at least.
I remember. When I was younger, I'm very dangerous. If you make a bet with me when I'm drunk,
Really?
I'll do it. I won't calculate the odds or. I remember crossing a main street blindfolded.
Oh my God.
No, just did it. Somebody offered me 20 Maltese lira those times.
Oh my God.
And I just blindfolded myself and crossed the road hearing the honks and the horns. I remember jumping in a pool in January.
Oh my.
No, it's don't make a bet with me when I'm drunk. When I was younger, I was crazy.
We will lose so.
No, but now I'm not like that. No, now I say I'm gonna stay wet all night, feeling like shit. I'm not gonna jump in the pool. But when you're young, you do stupid decisions.
True. Good memories though.
Yeah, they make you into who you are.
If you could switch lives with one person for a day, who would it be?
It's supposed to be hard or easy?
However you prefer.
I thought about this one. I think I would like to be any woman for a day.
A woman?
Yep, any woman. Because I would like to try to understand them a bit more, maybe see how it's like. I want to be on the other side for
That
one day.
would be interesting, for
yeah,
sure.
I mean, like, any woman.
If you were to be left on a deserted island, who is the one person you would want with you?
Well, I can't choose between my family. I'm sorry. I can't nail it down to one person. Is this a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, like, you're on a deserted island for a holiday, or you're there suffering and that guy screaming for Wilson!
That's like Castaway.
On my own.
On my own.
I prefer to suffer on my own. I don't want to bring my family into it. Yeah.
It's true, though. What's the one talent you wish you had?
To play guitar.
Really?
I started out when I was young, totally worshipping Angus Young of AC/DC, and I didn't even give any notice to Brian Johnson. I just saw Angus Young with the guitar. He was so fucking cool, and I want to learn guitar. And I came to music school here. Man, my dad bought me a guitar and everything. I couldn't do it. It just came in from here and came out from here, and I'm trying to understand, and everybody's writing down, and I'm like, the fuck are they doing? I'm trying, but it's like destiny chooses you.
Exactly.
And I said I better start singing. This is easier. You don't need guitars or notes or whatever. And I threw away the guitar and started singing.
Which turned out really well.
Yeah, it did.
What advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
No, this is a hard one. I won't. I can't imagine, because I don't want to go through life again.
Really?
No, it's one time is enough. It's too tiring. I don't know. I don't know how to answer this. I'm not one of those people that go back and say, if you had to live life again, but with the knowledge you have now. No, I don't.
No.
I don't. This is one life. I'm trying to do it the best I can, and getting hurt as least as possible, and no complications. And I've got this far, and I don't want to start it again.
One lesson you learned the hard way.
Jesus, these are really all
Guts down, eh?
Slaps in the face. I think it's shut the fuck up. It's true. I had a bad mouth. I was a loud mouth. I used to say things to make people laugh. And one day somebody came up and kicked the shit out of me, and I deserved it. It's true.
So you learned it the hard way.
Yeah, and now I learned to shut up. And that's what I try to teach my kid. One of them, he's a loud mouth, and I say, don't do that. Don't say those things. Don't. And he's like, I don't care. And I'm afraid he's gonna have to go through what I did.
There, it's true.
It is.
If you were offered a change of career, what would you be doing?
What I'm doing now, because I changed my career 2 years ago. I worked in a factory for 27 years. I was happy there, but I didn't believe in myself to start my own business, and I quit. I just said, fuck it, let's see how it goes.
And you did?
And I'm a project management and maintenance services.
Wow.
And I work in people's houses, and I love it. I love my job.
It's a big step up.
Yeah, it is. It's now I think I did it a little too late, but at least I did it. I did it. Yeah.
What is one thing you truly splurge on?
Tools. Oh, I love tools. It's like, to me, tools. It's like when you know this saying that they say a woman can't get enough shoes. I can't get enough tools. I always walk in. I'm not going to buy anything. And I come out with a hammer, and I've got 6. Or I'm coming out with a grinder, an angle, whatever. It's like, I needed this. I really needed this. And Alice says, you got 6. And I'm like, but this is different. It's got a round top and No, it's true. It's tools.
It's the little things that only you see.
Yeah, I love tools. I'm like happy like a pig in shit.
If there is one thing missing in life right now, what is it?
My dad.
Oh.
Yeah. You realize you miss him so much after he's gone. You can't ask advice. You can't ask. It's like when I was going to quit the factory for 27 years. I mean, everybody told me, yeah, go ahead. My mom, my wife, like my friends, like, I just needed that fucking word from my dad that I'm going to do the right thing. Like, yeah, Dave, go for it. I would have done it so much before if I had that. Yeah, I miss that.
The coolest thing about being a dad?
The way they look up to you. They look up to you, you're their hero, you're Superman. Without a cape, you're cool, you're the daddy rock star or whatever. Yeah, that's great.
The least coolest thing about being a dad?
I think I haven't gone through it yet. I've gone through it with my dad, so I'm scared of it. I think it's when they become teenagers and you're no longer the hero and the cool dad, you're the old fart piece of shit that doesn't know anything and shut up and I'm gonna do it my way anyway. I think that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
That's gonna really hurt. I can't imagine my dad, how much he hurted when I used to tell him stuff like that.
It's true.
I think that's it.
In a distressed situation, who is the first number you call?
That's my bestest friend, Ivanelul, Ozzy. He's what I call, I've got like 5 or 4 pickaxe and shovel friends. That's what I call them. These are guys that if I call them at 2 o'clock in the morning and I tell them, bring a pickaxe and a shovel, they won't ask questions and they'll come. Ozzy, he was my best man at my wedding. He's my best friend. It's got to be him.
In your opinion, who is the most intelligent person in the world?
Well, I can't say person, like with a name. If there's anybody who exists that manages to twist around a bad situation and work it out to his benefit and benefit from it, he's a hero. He's a hero to me. That's really hard to do. If such a person exists, I think there is. I would really look up to that guy and say, how the fuck do you do it, man?
It's true. Last thing you Googled?
The word splurge. I didn't know what that meant.
Sorry, my fault.
Yesterday, I was like, what the fuck is splurge?
I love honesty. 3 things you are exceptionally good at.
Well, singing, I hope.
We agree to that.
Yeah, I hope I'm really good at singing. I think the other one could be winning an argument.
Ouch.
Yeah, me and my wife fight a lot about that because she tells me you know how to spin somebody but I really hope it's not that. I hope it's like I'm able to convince you if something's better. Not that it's my way, but yeah, I am good at winning an argument. My best friend once told me if you were a lawyer, you would like win all the fucking cases. Like you really know how to put somebody on the other side and tell him you're wrong. I don't know, but I've been told that a lot. And there's another thing, right? Yeah.
Yes. One more.
What was the question?
Good at. Exceptionally good at.
My work. I think I like to restore old windows and doors.
Oh, wow, that is a nice
I love
thing.
that. I'm exceptionally good at it. You don't get paid too good because it's a really hard job and you have to really put your soul into it. But I do it for my own house that I have, and I love it. I'm good at it.
What is one topic you could talk for hours about?
Music or movies. I love movies. Like my best friend Ozzy that I just mentioned, we met talking about movies. I didn't know him. We were sitting on the same table with friends, and like he just mentioned Goodfellas or Scarface, and I'm like, wow, you like that? That's it. We're best friends till death. Like we went and met Harvey Keitel.
Oh, wow.
We saw Christopher Walken together. Like watch this movie, Ivan. Watch this movie, and he's like, Dave, watch this movie. And like, we can like get lost and talk for movies and music as well. But movies, I think movies, yeah.
Two people, dead or alive, that you would love to sit down and have a coffee and a chat with. Or a beer and a chat with, huh?
Both dead. I chose both dead. James Gandolfini of The Sopranos. I love that guy. I can't believe he's dead.
It's true.
I can't believe I'm never gonna see something new of that guy. I love him so much. He's like a father figure to me. My dad loved him. It's like, oh, this guy, he's good. And yeah, I miss him. So if I had to choose just a beer with this guy, I think it's James Gandolfini. And the other guy from music is Pete Steele of Typo Negative.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I can't believe he's dead. I literally, it's the same thing as Gandolfini. I can't believe I'm never going to hear any new material from Pete Steele. I can't accept it. I'm always like burning their albums and like, I'm never going to hear this voice again.
It's true.
Yeah.
One person you would never have time for.
It's not a person, but it's a character. It's self-centered people. I mean, people like, you give them... I had people who work in the factory with me, no offense, I'm not going to mention any names, but she comes and asks you for advice, or he comes and asks you for advice, and you tell her, yeah, and she still does it her way, or his way, and like says, yeah, but I couldn't do it this way, because then I'm like, what the hell did you come ask me for?
True.
Do it how the fuck you want next time, you know, like, well, why do you ask my opinion, or you know, my guidance? No, I can never talk with people like those. It's like, it's a hopeless, useless toilet flushing,
True.
whatever.
Here comes a difficult one. For you, it's going to be a difficult one. All-time favorite movie?
No, it's not.
No?
No, it's not. Things to do in Denver when you're dead. It's
I'm just thinking
It's
that.
Christopher Walken. It's Andy Garcia. It's a film about these gangsters that like are over their gangster life, but the boss still wants one last favor,
Okay.
and they fuck it up big time.
That's
and
our
they're-
afternoon sort.
And he doesn't kill them. He just tells them, you're dead.
Okay.
In time, you're gonna be dead. Now do what you want. And they know they're gonna die within the few months, and they're like trying to hide or so that's why it's called Things to Do in Denver. Christopher Lloyd stars in it as well. You know the Back to the Future guy.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The scientist.
Yeah, and this film is like these 7 guys that screwed up, and they don't know what the fuck they're gonna do until this guy decides he's gonna end his life, but not now. That's brilliant.
If you had to give up one thing in your life, what would it be?
Anything?
Anything.
Working in the sun.
Ah.
It's a nightmare. I hate the sun. I despise the sun. But sometimes I spend weeks on a roof working in the sun. So I'm with long sleeves and a cowboy hat and sweating, and If I could avoid that, I would do anything to avoid that, yeah.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
To make money without working?
Oh, that's an amazing superpower.
Yeah, I think I choose that. I think, yeah.
Do you have pet names for your kids?
Yeah, the biggest kid is Mike, and I call him Spike. And I named him after Mike Muir and Mickey Rourke, one of my favorite actors and singers. So Mike, and we called him Spike. And then there's Gary, and I named him after Gary Oldman.
Oh, wow.
I love Gary Oldman. And so we call him the Gary Man. The old man, the Gary Man. Yeah, it's like...
Something you are looking forward to?
Believe it or not, finishing my house off.
Oh.
I lived in 3 houses all my life, and I'm like always on the move. And now we finally settled down in my townhouse in Rabat. And I want to set my mind straight and work for a whole year in my house and finally see it finished. Because my work is finishing people's houses off.
You're doing other people's houses.
Yeah, and everybody tells me, like, you know, the old saying of the shoemaker.
I was thinking
but
that.
it's not like that. I can't stop making a living.
Check.
I don't want my house like this. So now I finally made a decision. I'm going to stop. I'm on this big project and finally finish my house, and I'm really looking forward to it, even my wife.
That's good. What is the craziest thing that ever happened to you while performing?
This is really crazy. It's really fucked up. And Kurt, my guitarist, will agree. We were playing XMA once, and I got on the stage shit-faced. I mean, like, you know, I'm totally blind. And I know, you know, I can bump into each other and move around a lot. Anyway, we had this set, and I was like drunk and breaking stuff up and everything. Let me try to put it the way I know it. And after the set, we were backstage. I don't know how I managed to live through the set. And there was Kurt, you know, like looking at me like this. And I'm like, it's a good show, right? We did good, right? Yeah. And he didn't talk, like. And I'm like, why the fuck did we stop for half an hour anyway? There was some malfunction on stage and we stopped completely, and I'm waiting. You know, waiting. You don't fucking remember?
What did you do?
I spilled all his amps. I pulled them forward. The speakers fell on the ground, flat. I said, you really don't remember why we stopped? And I'm like, no, what? And it was like, what the fuck? I don't know how, you know, there wasn't any damage done. It's fucking stacks. Just, I pulled them over. I pulled the cable.
God.
And I was like making fun of him on stage. Like, come on, are we gonna start or not? Or what? What's going on? Why did we stop? And I didn't have a clue.
And you weren't fired from the band?
No, I wasn't. They love me. I love them. They love me. With all our faults and with all our good things.
True. Favorite lyrics from any song?
That would have to be The Editors. The Editors have a song. The opening sentence, to me, the first time I heard it, like it was like this. Goosebumps.
Aww.
And the lyrics of these songs in the beginning go, hold the blindfold down till your eyes can't see. Then run as fast as you can through this field of trees. And to me, this fucking describes life, you know, like bang, you don't know what's gonna happen, like bang, and you keep running and bang. It's like he managed to capture how it is to go through life fast.
It's true.
With just one sentence.
Very true.
Yeah, and I love that song. Even my wife, when we heard it, was like, wow. And the only reason I never wrote it on me, because I don't like those paragraphs. You know,
Yes.
everywhere. But if I had to write a sentence, it would be that.
It's true. If you could form a supergroup with members from any band And you're the singers. Who are the other 4?
I'm gonna say Maltese bands, okay?
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but I still don't imagine me playing with anybody except Lothar. They get to know exactly how you feel and they write the melodies for you to write your lyrics on. So I don't know, but if I had to choose, it would be like best friends and it would be a hardcore band, not a death metal band. I would choose David Kakia from The Headed, Checha as the bassist. I think David, the long goatee one from Abysmal Torment, he's a fucking good guitarist. If I didn't have Max as my drummer, I think I would choose Cannibal from Club Murder and Irelosco's drummer. I love his drumming. And for another guitar, I think it would be Miguel of BN9.
Wow.
Yeah, we're fucking brothers. I love him, and he would bring the hardcore into the punk that we grew up with. I think those would be the guys.
That's really cool.
Although still, I can't imagine singing to other tunes than what Loth
That's true.
do, because they write it for me. They know they know how I am. Like when they write something really complicated, I'm like, what the hell is this? I can't put lyrics in this. That's too. And they say, Beast, just try. And they help me out, and we do it. So I don't know with other members, but yeah. And another, like something I wish to do, although I really don't know how or when or if I'll do it, is like, I like that one-man acoustic band as well. I wish to do it. Like Frank is doing it.
Yes.
But maybe more punkish and like Social Distortion and like old school Volbeat. I'm not Volbeat is old school, like Social Distortion and Volbeat, like rock and roll.
Could be a new project.
Yeah, I wish I could do it someday. I don't know if I'll ever do it, but yeah.
Favorite local band?
Beheaded. I admire them. I love them. They've been best friends from when they were young. I can't imagine anyone. I love their music.
Least favorite local band?
I'm not gonna mention a band. But I don't like Rockestra, and I don't like anything to do with it, or it's not because I've never been asked to play in it. I wouldn't. It sucks. It's rocky, poppy, metal for the weekend guys that go and rock and yeah, we're rockers. We're
One thing we would be surprised to know about you.
Well, those who know me. I worry a lot.
Really?
I don't look it, but yeah, I worry a lot.
About everything?
Yeah, my mind is always spinning. I'm too much of a worrier and a thinker, and my mind goes to places like like you asked me the question, one thing that you fear is when I can't sleep and where my mind goes. So I try to keep occupied all the time.
I can sympathize with that.
Which was your very first tattoo?
Well, I can't show it because it's a little obscene. But the first tattoo's got a good story behind it.
Really?
Yeah, I did
Tell
it
us.
here in Valletta at Salsetto, Tony, the old school tattooist, lines thick. And I wrote Beast here when I was 18 to see how it feels like. And he started from the T.
From the T?
He didn't start from the B, as it was like under my groin here. And till he got to the E, I fainted. It was going to remain East.
East!
And he said, "Come on, Beast, just a B." And I said, "No, fuck this. But it's really painful here, huh?"
It is.
Your first tattoo, but
And then I came up, he gave me a coffee, and I smoked a cigarette, and I said, "Come on, do the B." And the funny thing is, I swore that I would never, ever have another tattoo after that.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
What is the most sentimental thing that you own?
I think my dad's tools. Yeah, I took everything from my mom's house when my dad died. My mom told me, "Come on, take the tools and work with them." And I always need to clear them up on their own and work with them at home. Because sometimes I need them and I take them to people's houses. And once I lost a crowbar.
Oh.
And I went to the owner and I said, there was a crowbar here. Where's the crowbar? I'll buy you one. I want that crowbar. And he couldn't understand it. He said that I told him that was my dad's crowbar. And he found it. He brought some builder took it with him by mistake and left another red one. From then on, I never took my dad's tools to other houses.
Such a nice thing, though.
Yeah, I try to avoid that so I won't lose them.
From all the living rock stars, who got old and is still cool?
More than one, eh? A couple of years ago, Lemmy. Lemmy of Motorhead, he's a fucking legend.
True.
He's like, never gets old. Alice Cooper is like, can't believe he's that old.
True.
And Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne is
Legend.
like the god of rock and roll.
True. Has anyone ever left you feeling completely starstruck?
Yeah, Christopher Walken.
Wow.
Yeah, Christopher Walken, I managed to meet him with my friend Ozzy. We went and waited for 3 hours in the cold to meet him.
Oh.
There was a chance. Can I say the story?
Yes.
We went on the set of Julius Caesar, where Christopher Walken was playing the part, and we went in with the crew as if we were part of the crew. And nobody asked any questions, and we just went in. And like we're waiting for 3 hours in the cold, and we see Walken, like crossing the road, the where they were filming, and like, this is our chance. We need to look. And we didn't do anything. And then he went in his caravan, and then we were still waiting hours. I'm saying hours, like in February, and there was this taxi driver, and he was like, "I'm Christopher Walken's chauffeur," and we're like, "What? What? Yeah, I'm waiting for him. Can you please tell him that we would like to meet him?" And he said he's in a really bad mood today. He's had a bad day on the set. He's pissed off. It's the worst day he could have ever chosen. And we're like, me and Ozzy are looking at each other like. While we're talking, Walken is just next to us, waiting to get in the car, and like looking at us like, who the fuck are you guys? Get lost. And like we're like. With the posters in our hands and with the pens and he gets in the car, and the driver gets in the car and they drive off, and like me and Ozzy are like, but the driver told him, and we saw the brake lights and we saw the car reverse, and we're like, yes, he told him. And he rolled up the window, walking and he said, no photographs, just autographs. Yes, of course.
That's such a nice thing.
We were like, he signed for us, and then I said, can I shake your hand? And like he said, of course. And we shook hand, and he left, and like me and Ozzy were like, yes, yes,
such a nice story.
We did it. It's one of the most memorable nights.
True. One quote you live by.
Everything happens for a reason, but I twisted the end part. Doesn't necessarily mean it's for the good.
It's a good way of saying it. What is the most romantic thing you have ever done for the wife?
I do a lot of romantic things.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I do. I think the most romantic thing was rehearsing 6 songs and playing them live at our wedding. We did it. When we got married 4 years ago, Loth, we did a live set.
Yeah, you actually did a whole set, didn't you?
We did a whole set. Then she didn't know, and we stripped down to our Chippendalers tuxedos with the bow ties, and she was like, "What the?" And we rehearsed for a year. She didn't know that we rehearsed 6 songs that were personal for me and her.
Oh, that's really nice.
And we sang like rock clean music, and like I'm like singing. I don't remember, but there's like what's they called? Ooh, the Chasing Cars guys. Snow Patrol.
Snow Patrol, yeah.
We covered Snow Patrol.
Wow.
We covered something like Simple Minds, an 80s song. But amazing, yeah, I think that, and she didn't have a clue.
It's like imagine her face then.
It's like for a year I went to the garage rehearsing an hour set and then another half an hour these covers. And like she's like, oh, you coming 11 o'clock at night? You used to come at 10.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's a long set.
I mean,
yeah, and then
such
she
a
knew
nice
why.
Thing.
Yeah.
favorite destination just for you and your wife?
I think it's the same as I chose before, like somewhere in nature. I think Scotland up north,
Yeah.
somewhere where you can't see people. Nature, trees, whatever's there, wolves and shit, foxes, just no people.
Pessimist or optimistic?
Pessimist. Unfortunately. I always try not to be, but it's the way I always been.
What is the craziest thing you have done in your life so far? As in not drunk.
Not drunk.
Doesn't include amps.
It doesn't include
Amps.
All right. I don't think it's the craziest thing. It's not crazy. I regret I did it.
Uh-huh.
But I thought about this one, and when you lose your dad, you look at life in a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like worry about every day like I'm not gonna do this because I'm worried about doing this and I'm worried about that. And I always wanted kids, and I always wanted sleeves. I think it's two most things that I didn't want to die without. And when I saw my dad die, I was like, fuck this, one life, do it. And we had kids, and I went and continued my sleeves.
It's a good thing.
It's a crazy thing for me though, because I've been holding back for so long.
But
I
it's a
could-
good thing to do.
Yeah, but it's crazy for me. I worry too much, like I told you. I to take a decision and do something really that big, I needed to feel it. I needed to listen, if you're not going to do it now, you're never going to do it. You're always going to bring up
So
excuses.
right, yes, you're
so
so
fuck
right.
it, do it.
Procrastinate.
One life, live it. Do it. Do it all.
That's it. Best thing ever.
Nah.
From your experience, one thing you would never recommend your kids to do.
Smoking.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I do. I love fishing, like I told you. I love gardening. I've got a roof, I've got 90 or to 100 plants. And I just sit there and water them and take care of them, drink my beer and enjoy the view. And I love animals. I used to own dogs, and when my kids are older, I would like dogs again. I like anything to do with nature. I used to love camping. Haven't gone yet with the kids; they're too small. But but right now at the moment, like diving, I like snorkeling. Yeah, I do. I do. Anything to do with nature, like I always did something part of it.
Saddest moment ever experienced?
Already answered it.
Yes, true.
Yeah, my dad.
What artist we would be surprised that you listen to?
There are quite a few. I couldn't choose one, but I simply love REM.
Really?
I fucking love REM.
That's a band I haven't heard in
I love them.
ages.
I love them, and they give me goosebumps.
Really?
No, even telling you.
Oh.
Even telling you, I've loved REM from when I was in the 90s. When they split up, I was so disappointed that I'm waiting for a reunion, and me and my wife would just go. Yeah, REM, I love that band.
Best advice you ever got from your dad?
This is something really, really intense, and it's really, really hard to do. But when I manage to do it, you realize how good it is. Admitting you're wrong when you're not.
How?
Even though you think you're right, you say you're sorry. My
Very
dad
good advice.
told me a story about family members that they had a clash with, and he knew the person wasn't going to bow down. So although he still thought that he was in the right, he went and knocked on the door and bowed his head and said, "Listen, I'm sorry." And they fixed their problems, and it was forgotten, and it's over. So I tried it a lot of times, and it works. It works. I mean, swallow your pride. Swallow your pride and you'll be better. You'll feel better. And it's true.
It's such a good thing. Though.
Yeah.
What's the biggest surprise you have ever had?
knowing Alice was pregnant.
Oh!
With Mike and with Gary, twice. It's like, I couldn't believe it. It's like, I had a Jake, my dog, for 10 years, and he died 2011. Alice knew she was pregnant when he died. And she didn't want to tell me because I was such a wreck. And she said, I wanted it to be a good time when I tell you. And I said, this is a good time. You fucking gave me another direction, you know? Like it's, okay, this is over, but now this has begun. It was incredible. Gary, obviously, I didn't have any dogs, but we wanted a second son. And yeah, Gary came along.
Oh, that's really nice, huh? Last TV show you binge-watched?
It wasn't one of my favorites, but if it's the truth, I think it's the Unabomber. There's a series, the Unabomber, about serial bombings, and the second season was about the Richard Jewell bombings. We had just seen the Clint Eastwood movie, Richard Jewell, which is focused on Richard Jewell, and he was blamed innocently about the bombings and the killings of the people, and the media ruined his life. This is focused on Richard Jewell, the series, but then focuses on the real bomber that got away.
Oh, wow.
And was still bombing, while the FBI always blamed Richard Jewell.
That's interesting.
It's fucking good. It's good.
What is something that changed your life completely?
I'm afraid it's the same answer here.
Yes, the kids, eh?
No.
No?
No, my dad dying.
Ah.
Yeah, it changes the way you look at life. I mean, okay, the kids changed my life in becoming a dad. Look, I could never have been a dad before my dad died.
Really?
I would worry too much, and I would never want kids. I would I'll be going crazy. I wouldn't be able to cope. I'm worrying about this and that, but it's like something showed you that, listen, other people do it. There's not a right time, exact time for it. You just do it. Just have them. That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
It's what worked for me.
Exact. And it turned out well.
Yeah.
Turned out well.
Yeah.
Something you cannot live without.
Music. Entertainment. I like my own time. Mm-hmm. I don't think I can ever live stuck together all the time. And my wife understands me, and I love her for that. You know, I want my beer. I want to go on my roof and I just stare in the sky and listen to music or smoke a cigarette. I need or watch a movie. Mm-hmm. Watch a movie and nobody talking to me, and just my own 2 hours watching that movie. And not because you want to watch it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. My own time.
Exact.
Yeah.
First 3 things on your bucket list.
They're done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a bucket
Well
list.
done to you.
I don't have such high expectations of life.
Really?
I don't want to bungee jump or shark cage.
Why not?
I don't care. I mean, if you don't feel it. No, I always wanted somebody to love me for who I am.
And you got it.
I got that. I always wanted to get married.
You got it.
I got that. And I always wanted kids.
You got it.
So I got it.
Times 2.
3.
3?
Oh, the kids.
3.
Yeah.
2.
No, she wants 3.
So we have another one coming. Make it a girl now.
That's a secret.
Make it a girl now.
Whatever comes. But yeah. That's my bucket list quite done.
Oh, that's really good, huh? And you're still young.
It depends on your expectations.
True.
Like if I want to jump off a plane in a parachute, I don't think that I'll vomit on the guy who's holding. You know, like I don't like those stuff.
But there are 3 big things, huh? Because having kids is such a big thing.
Yeah.
Finding the love of your life and having them love you back.
Yeah.
It's another big
I had
thing,
a really
so.
big problem when I got separated from my first marriage, because I really didn't want somebody that was just there for security.
True.
Because like I said before, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but there could be people looking for like security more than I just like this guy. And that scared me off. But then I met Alice. She's a lot younger than me, but I don't care, because she just wanted to be with me. I made her laugh. I was cool for her, and she adored me, and that's it.
Such
I'm
a lovely
happy.
love story.
It is. It's a little more complicated than I'm putting it, but yeah, that's the base of everything.
Something that puts you off a person the first time you meet them, like
Apart from
makes you-
body odor,
Yeah, apart from body odor, which is right, it's the worst thing ever.
it's like, oh, whoa, fuck. I think this is like more or less like the other question you asked, like the person that you can't stand. But I think it's one thing that really annoys me is when you're trying to tell a story and she, like, it jumps in the middle and just the person says his.
You try and make it about them.
And then you're like, yeah, because sometimes I'm like, and then one time, and he starts again, and you're like just listening, and then you try to butt in again, and they're like and he starts again, and then you realize that this guy he doesn't want to hear my story as well. He just wants me to hear his or hers.
Puts you off, yeah.
I stop talking and I like keep on doing what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and I don't interest myself anymore.
What is your biggest strength and your biggest weakness?
Well, my biggest strength is the power to perform. The energy, the
We
raw
can vow
energy.
for that.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
vouch for that.
I love that, and sometimes I don't know how it's in me. I just get on, I feel the vibe, and I pick it up. And the weakness is the other way around. It's the contrary. I don't believe in myself that much. I'm shy, and I know a lot of people think it's bullshit, but it's true. And I can't find a balance.
Balance.
If I used the energy and power that I feel on stage when I woo the crowd in a hand, like you make them laugh, you make them jump, you make them. If I used that in life, I would be the biggest big-headed moron that exists. I don't even know how to use part of that. Like, to turn myself into a self-employed, I needed the push from my wife. She was like, what the hell are you doing, Dave, working in a factory? You do everything.
But
You
this is
build
such a nice
stuff,
thing,
you
yeah.
fix things, you do anything. Electricity, plumbing, whatever. This is not a commercial. Anyway.
Follow the number
No,
down below.
but she had to be the one to get it through my thick, stubborn head. Listen, look, you're good at this. Do it. That's the two.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which food do you consider being utterly disgusting? Yeah.
Anything that's healthy.
Oh.
Unfortunately, but true. It sucks.
Mela, here it
Fucking
comes
eating
then.
vegetables, yeah, and fucking lettuce and leaves. No, it is. Anything in life that's good and delicious is bad. Anything.
true.
Alcohol, drugs, food, women, anything. If it's good,
bad.
it's dangerous. It's bad. It's gonna kill you. It's good. That sucks. If it's good, you can't splurge on it. That's no, it's true. I feel mad at that.
It's true, but
I really feel envious for the people who are like skinny and eat what the fuck they want all the time. And
It's a
okay,
superpower.
smoking is bad for everybody, kills everybody, and alcohol as well. But why are all the good things bad for you? Sucks. So no, when I do a diet, that sucks the most. It's disgusting stuff I have to eat.
True.
No, I don't enjoy it. Salads and cucumbers and shit.
Mela, this came at the right time, actually. 3-course dinner party at your home. What would you cook?
Oh, what would I cook? There would be appetizers all over the large table, like Maltese snails, bigilla, jbejniet, hops al-Malti with dipped in
Conserva.
conserva. That would be just the starter. Then maybe spaghetti with rabbit sauce and rabbit or and I always invite loath. Every year in Christmas. I skipped it a couple of times, but yeah, we do a large banquet, like drinks,
how nice.
and everybody with the partners and the kids, and I invite them over to our house, and I say, like, bring your own beer, the food is on me. And I start cooking from the day before, snails and rabbit and everything.
That's really nice.
That's
really nice.
that's like the best.
What is the best compliment you have ever received?
okay, there are a couple of good moments, really stories, like good stories of achievements. But I think the most thing that hit me was one really early back in my early days with Loth. And there was this young girl in the crowd. I think she was talking to a friend of mine. And we were like in those times with the rap metal, like chicka chicka boom boom boom. And this girl was like, how did you say it? Starstruck like this.
Nini.
And this friend of mine was sitting at the bar, and it's like you can't believe that this girl is like, she's like 13, 14 years old, and she thinks you're this big, rock star, unreachable, and she's like telling this friend of mine, like, oh, his voice, oh, I love his voice, how much I would love to meet him. And she like told him, look, I know him. She's like, what? You know that guy? And after the show, she just came up to me and said, this girl wants to meet you. And like she was like, oh, the beast. Can you sign this? And I'm like, yeah, of course, sure. Thank you for, wow, your voice is so beautiful. And I'm like, Jesus, like, wow, thank you. That was really good. It really kept with me. I really don't remember who this girl was anymore. The others were people in the scene that actually came to talk to me about the lyrics. That's the biggest satisfaction. I mean, I write lyrics. I know people don't give a shit about the lyrics. Sometimes. I was always a singer, so I always listened to bands and read the lyrics. But when somebody comes up to you and says, what did you really want to say with that? Because I feel it. Why is it like this? You've helped me through this. You helped me go through this. That's the biggest satisfaction I could ever have in my life. There's a guy in England who used to adore us, Ryan Gauci. I'm gonna say his name because I'm really. He literally did a tattoo on his leg of one of our songs.
Oh, wow.
So did my wife, not because she got married to me. But I think that's the biggest achievement. It's when somebody at least reads the lyrics and tries to understand what the fuck is going on in your head and how much you cried and tried to put the lyrics exactly how you wanted them to sound. And he notices. And he asks you, why? Because I couldn't understand this part. What are you referring to here?
That's amazing. It is, yes. That hits home, kind of.
That's the best. At least I'm writing for someone. Somebody read them. I helped in a way.
It's true.
Yeah, like the lyrics I used to read and helped me.
Exact. So we are at the last question. Yay, success. See, we've done it.
We did it.
We did it.
All right. I forgot the last question. What is it?
Bella, what is your advice to someone who is starting their rock music career at the moment?
Oh.
How hard is it going to be?
It's not how hard it's going to be. It's weird because without knowing, this stuff gets to your head. It gets to your head, and it makes you think you're better or worse or whatever. We had kids used to come to our shows. They used to adore us. Used to fucking come every gig, mosh their ass off. And then they had bands of their own, and they don't even look at you anymore. Like, I'm like you now. Like, fuck you, And you're like, what did I ever do to you?
Exactly.
I'm like, listen, we just played and you enjoyed our music, and now you have a band and you can have the kids come and watch your music and like it. But no, they
feel big-headed.
I'm not saying that maybe it wasn't affected. It didn't affect me any time, because there might be people out there that say, yeah, you are a little big-headed or think. But my advice to anybody starting a rock career is never forget where you came from. Never. Don't look back at anybody. As if look, stay real, stay true, just love what you do. Don't try to be bigger or better or we had more people than them, or we had like a mosh pit, those guys didn't. It's stupid.
Yes.
A lot of people it affects them. I don't. It doesn't affect me. I still go to beheaded gigs. I love them. I enjoy them. I don't go to much gigs. True. I'm old and I've got kids and commitments. I wish I could, but it's not because I let go of the scene or I don't like participate anymore. I can't go out that much. So maybe there's a gig once in a while, a really good gig, and I say, I'll go see BNI again. I'll go see, Vandals again, my old friend Rusty. I'll go see, Beheaded again. I'm really sorry if I disappointed kids that have their own bands now and I don't go. It's not personal. It's like, I wish to see them at 50 years old and see all the gigs they go to. They're not going to go much to gigs anymore.
It's a part of life. You change. You evolve.
It's like, But, stay real. Stay real.
Nice to stay
Stay
grounded.
true. Don't forget where you came from. You're a piece of shit. You played in a band. You had fun. You had fans. Enjoy it.
Exactly.
It's not getting big and like being a rock star. We're not rock stars. We're working men. We work for a living every day. And if you see me during the week, you wouldn't even recognize me. I'm fucking full of dust, and in the sun working. That's the real life.
Reality of life.
That's real life.
It's true. It's true.
We didn't make it to the.
No, we're not
rock
Bon Jovi yet.
stars.
We're not Bon Jovi yet. But yet, you can never say.
It's never too
Yay,
late.
we done it, but so we have the bonus question.
The embarrassing question.
Are you subscribed to MTL TV?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's true. I admit.
Yeah, there is a
That-
first.
I admit that I was embarrassed when I saw it. That I didn't even know that MTL TV were you guys. I saw it come up and I never linked it, and I think it's there on my feed, but I never linked it with you guys before you sent me the video.
And now you are our first, Mela.
Okay, your first one.
You are our first that we asked you whether you are following and you said no.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't lie about anything. I'm not gonna lie about that.
But well done. This was really fun and
Thank
it was
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Mela.
Thank you, Miriam.
And thank you
Thank
for
you, Taz.
accepting to be a part of this.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having the pleasure to choose me.